But this dude is so rich, he offers to pay twice that as bail for he and his brother. But the judge says no. Magomedov and his brother stay in jail, while the Russian court system starts snatching up other people connected to Magomedov, including a few of his bodyguards that are now accused of trying to kill a Sambo athlete in 2017. Now, how true are any of these allegations? Who knows? Russian politics are weird, and it's both equally possible that Magomedov is being set up as it is that he did all of these things that he's being accused of now. It's really hard to tell either way, but let's be clear. This dude is doing exactly what everyone else in that system is doing. He's not a standout case of anything, and the court's motivation behind his arrest smells of bullshit. Okay, so that's the first of Khabib's connections. A Russian billionaire who's on trial for embezzling and potentially extorting and maybe even having a few people murdered. Don't worry, I'll explain where this is going, just sit tight. Next we have this man, Ali Abdelaziz. This dude is one of the slimiest worms in the entire fight business. You hear what Connor says right here? He calls him a terrorist. Why, you ask? Well, because he fucking is. Ali Abdelaziz is a former member of American Islamic jihadist group called Muslims of America, a cell of the larger Islamic extremist group Jamaat al-Fukra.
Jamaat al-Fukra is an international terrorist organization with operations in the United States that predate 9/11 by more than 20 years.
Fukra is directly responsible for more than 3,000 terrorist attacks and assassinations worldwide, including an attempted car bombing in Toronto in 1991. And this Ali guy, who manages a number of MMA fighters, including Khabib, Rafael dos Anjos, and Fabricio Verdum, he was a member of this terrorist organization. And in the early 2000s, he turned into an FBI informant until he was suspected of still working for his jihadi network. And at some point he met Magomedov, who introduced him to Khabib and a whole slew of other Russian MMA fighters.
2012, I have tape where he told me he only had 3 fighters that he managed. And now he manages at least 50 guys in the UFC and I think 100 fighters.
Then Magomedov paid him to represent those fighters and potentially gave enough money to pay a certain gym owner to let nearly all these